You're listening to littlepodcast.com.
Oh, wow. Sobering.
Yeah, no kidding.
It was a sobering episode. So have we all finished the newest season?
I haven't started any of the seasons.
Matt, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Exactly.
How are we supposed to talk about it?
I'm pretty familiar with it. There's like sword people and horses, and I think a naked lady with dragons sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of
sums it
naked
up.
ladies.
Yeah,
And naked dudes
on occasion.
on occasion.
Why you gotta take it there? Retake. This isn't good. We're not talking about any integrity in this room.
Trying to exploit a generation.
Did I ever tell you about that time when I paid for Chinese food with the DVD? The grease is the gravy.
You guys played footsie under the table.
Well, yes, but that's irrelevant. I can smell Pepto-Bismol from here. It tastes like an antacid tablet. Why are there so many Draculas everywhere? No, there's potato vodka everywhere.
Sometimes you'll get a giant diseased dong in your face.
That'll happen.
Diseased.
This season,
It did.
we had fucking disease wang. All right, we gotta start. Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 222. I'm your host, John Rowe, joined, as always, by my co-hosts.
Adam Ham.
And Matt!
Yes!
Hag.
Matthew Hagicus. Let's talk about the break in the podcasting. We took a week off. I'm sorry. That is 100% my fault, listeners. I had a cold that started coming on Thursday evening. And I think it was Adam, maybe, who wasn't able to do it Thursday night. So we were going to do it Friday. Mm-hmm. And by Friday, I took the day off of work because I was in full-on summer cold mode. Like, just coughing, sneezing, just sore throat, everything, muscle weakness. It was awful. I don't get colds that
Sounds
often.
terrible. Summer colds are the worst.
I get about one cold a year, and I missed last year. Like, I dodged a bullet last winter.
So you got 2 colds worth this time.
Yeah, exactly. 2 colds worth. That's the guy, Captain Coldsworth. He's the one that gives you the cold. He breathes bacteria into your face. No, so I had a cold, and that's probably why my voice sounds a little bit off today. It's a little tad off. All right, so what have you guys been up to? It's been a long time. The Steam sale's happening. How much money have you guys spent?
I've spent $0.
Matt, what's wrong with you?
I also have spent $0.
I don't have any money to spend. I still want to buy Doom, but I can't afford that
I
yet.
played the Doom demo.
Yeah?
Let's see how much
What'd you think of it? What'd you think of it?
Oh, it was great. I don't have enough money to buy it now, but let's see here. So let me add that up. All right, so I purchased, let's say that, $21. We'll round up, $22. Ark, Survival Evolved, and Hacknet. All right, for $22. Let's keep going. Project Cars for $15. Tales of Symphonia for $8.
How many times have you bought that game?
Shut up. Twice, actually. The GameCube version was a gift, so I bought the PS3 version, and then the PC version came out, and everyone said it was a terrible port. And I was like, oh man, I wanted to buy it for $20. So I had the PS3 version I bought for $20, and I started playing through it, but my PS3 is now no longer hooked up to my main TV. So I figured for $8 for one of my favorite games, probably one of my favorite RPGs of all time, $8, and then I read that all of the issues they had with the port are fixed. So good to hear.
Nice.
All right, and then my big haul, Alpha Protocol, which I've already purchased before, but that was on. I purchased that on OnLive. Remember OnLive?
Or no, I got Deus Ex on live.
Yeah, because they had like one deal where it was like $5 for any game in this big list of games, to choose the online service. So I was like, oh, I'd like to play through Alpha Protocol. So now I need to buy it again because OnLive doesn't exist anymore. Adam or Matt, do you know what OnLive is?
No.
All right, I'll explain OnLive. OnLive was a service for selling you like games, but not like games, but like subscriptions to games. I don't know how to describe it. So like you would get like a game, and then you would, rather than playing it on your computer, it would stream it from their like.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about that. Yeah.
The PlayStation does that now with PlayStation Now, with PS3 and like PS2 and games and whatnot on your PS4, and that works pretty well. And OnLive kind of worked okay, but I remember having lots of issues with that, like streaming correctly, and that was with my wired up computer. So I don't know. It was fun to mess around with for $5, but yeah. Prison Architect, $7.50. Undertale for $7.
What is Prison Architect?
It's like boy, I played just about. Yeah, I played through the first like.
So you're
20
like
minutes of the
building a
tutorial.
prison?
Yes, you're like building a prison.
You're
like
a for-profit prison
Yes,
owner.
exactly. Yep. Yep. So we got that going on.
I thought it
Undertale,
was- yeah.
which is fun. Subnautica, which is like a survival game. Alpha Protocol. We should describe what Alpha Protocol is. So it's like I was gonna say like a James Bond game, but it's more like Mass Effect, but like for spies.
Yeah.
Where it's like you have character development choices, but rather than like a Mass Effect space universe, you have like a international spy story like going on. So I don't know. That's a pretty cool game though, because you can like build your character up and be stealthy or super badass fighter guy, or talk your way through encounters. And
I liked it a lot because I did like talking and handguns and fists.
Yeah, it was really fun because
So
you
I
could
would like punch and kick people or like silent shot people. And...
Yeah, you could really customize the way you played that. Like, missions would have all sorts of different ways for you to complete them, or somewhere you didn't even have to shoot your gun, so it was just like trying to figure out how to work the AI and sneak around. Really cool. Subnautica is a survival game. Have you heard of those? They're pretty popular right now. But it's, I guess, you crash land on a ocean planet, and you swim around and collect ocean stuff from like a procedurally generated alien ocean. I don't know. It's freaking weird. It's cool though. It's $12.
That looks cool.
And Metro Redux bundle. So Metro Last Light and Metro 2033 Redux. So those are first-person shooters based off the Russian Metro like novel series, which is pretty badass. I don't know if you've heard anything about it, but it's like the nuclear holocaust has happened. Nuclear holocaust has happened, and everyone's living in like train stations underneath Russia, basically. So those are all like safe. So it's all like just going from and there's like ghosts that run through like the railways, and you have to like go on like trips from station to station on the rails, and there's creepy ghosts or like creepy like radiation monsters. It's pretty cool actually. It's weird, and sometimes you go on the surface and it's creepy. So I think that's all I bought during this sale. Yeah, okay, so that is $38. So let's add this up.
Damn.
That's not even it. 38 plus 8. I don't know how to do that math.
38 plus 8 is
46. And someone's eating something.
That's Adam.
Not yet.
40,
He's not.
46, 50, $15.
Yeah.
So 61. 61 plus 22. $80-ish dollars.
83, yeah.
$83. Holy shit. I bought a lot of games on Steam.
You're not one of those people that'll buy a bunch of stuff and then just never play it, are you?
I played. Let's look at what I bought. All right, let me tell you how much I've played them. Wait, I gotta go by recent. I have 464 games. Okay, Okay, no. All right, I played Ark for 13 minutes before realizing it barely runs on my computer. Yeah, I'm again running with a graphics card from 2012.
Oh, right.
The 670, so it has a hard time with Ark. Hacknet, which I have not yet played, but I installed, and Subnautica I played for an hour. Project Cars I played for an hour. Undertale for an hour. Elf Protocol I haven't played yet. Prison Architect for an hour. I basically did the tutorials for all these. And then the Metros I haven't played, and Tales of Symphonia I haven't played yet. But so I don't know. I'm gonna play them. I don't know. I got the money now. I saved up so I could have the things I want.
Yeah.
Adam, what are you eating?
It's a drumstick. It's great.
Like the ice cream kind?
Yeah, the ice cream kind.
Okay, I was like, because it sounded like you were opening a plastic thing, so I was like, they sell individually wrapped
chicken
plastic chicken
They
drumsticks.
should.
Yeah, they
I
should.
am
Or turkey legs.
I'm into that. Oh man, turkey leg.
I'm supremely tempted into something right now. So
Okay.
I wandered over to the HTC Vive store, and I have a line of credit through PayPal.
Uh-huh.
I'm kind of thinking I might just say fuck it and buy it and figure out how to pay for it later.
And buy what?
An HTC Vive.
Oh, yeah. I was
What
about
do you
to say,
think
like,
what do you think the cycle on those is? When do you think the next generation's going to come out?
oh god, next year probably, next fall? Maybe not.
Like
though.
2017 fall?
Maybe 2 years.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe
so
2 years.
If I was to like do something crazy, it would last me a while.
Yeah,
Oh, dang.
that's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money.
Oh,
But that's
speaking
what
of VR
credit's
news,
for, John.
That's true. This is America.
America.
No, VR. I was going to say the Olympics are going to broadcast like 90 hours or something in VR. And they specifically mentioned the Samsung Gear VR being able to play it. with the
Okay.
app,
So it's going to be like 360 video, or are you going to be
of
able
like
to
the
move around in
opening
it?
ceremonies, 360 video,
Okay.
360 3D video. So
That's cool.
we'll be able to like sit in and watch the gymnastics from the sideline, basically. I'm excited because I really
That's-
like the 360 3D video when it works. And the Olympics are fast approaching. It's the end of
Yeah,
July.
I forgot those are happening this year.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Good old Rio. All right. So we talked about the Steam sale. I talked a little about Subnautica. The game's kind of cool. Like it's basically like the developer actually talked about when they made it. They wanted like no shooting in it. There's no guns or bows or anything. You just go around collecting stuff.
Looks very
So-
shiny.
It is. The graphics are really good. It's Vive VR and Oculus compatible, so
Ooh.
do all that. I played some Minecraft. Did I talk to you? No, I talked to my brother about this, but I played a prison server on Minecraft.
You in prisons?
So have you heard of a prison server?
No.
I wish I would have shared the article about this. Someone on Kotaku talked about this. Clickety clack, so I'm going to find it. The article. News. Nope. Prison Minecraft server list. YouTube video top 10 prison servers. New top 10 prison servers. The Speed Carter has 140,000 views.
So what's
his
a
mind
prison
Bunch of
server?
people in prison.
No. Alright, so it's like a game type somebody came up with, which when I describe it to you, you're going to ask me why would anyone ever play this? God damn it. Inside the grim world of Minecraft's prison servers, says the Robert Guthrie wrote this. So, I think he played the exact same prison server I played in as well. So yes, Prison Fire. Yep. So Minecraft every day, tens of thousands of people are playing Minecraft Prison. Anyone that has like the regular Minecraft can get it. Like it's just you just type in like just look online www.minecraft.com, all the like server websites. Just look up prison servers, and you'll find a thing with like server URL, and you just type that into your client and go, and you're jumped into the world of their prison server. All right, so in prison server, you are a prisoner, and you start at the bottom of the ranks, and you basically mine bricks until you get enough money to rank up. So basically, you get thrown into a room, and it's like Curiosity, the cube, where you're just tapping blocks basically until you get enough blocks saved up to level up to go to the next room where you can tap blocks, to go to the next room where you can tap blocks, to go to the next room where you can tap blocks, basically.
Just like real prison.
Yep.
Why would you ever play this?
Yeah. So.
For tapping blocks.
Yeah, you tap blocks, and so it's just a big cube of stone and ore surrounded by unbreakable blocks, and you just go in there and mine everything, and everybody else is on the servers mining at the same time, depending on what level you're on. There's like worthless blocks in there, like sand or clay, so you gotta like click around, and there's like diamond blocks hidden in there that give you more money and stuff. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. So you just mining, right? Okay.
Prison mining.
Yep. And so this is basically the most like pay to win possible. So if you want to get like items or money or like stuff, you can donate to the server. Like donate $10 and you'll get all this gear basically, which allow you to like fly. Picks that can pick like 20 blocks in front of you, and this is stuff you can all grind up to, or you can just pay $10 and get everything. There's sweepstakes. You can go to websites to vote up the server in like server list websites. It's like fucking ROMs websites where you have to like vote to like rank up websites and like so that more people will come to them. It's like a fucking pyramid scheme. And then once you have earned a bunch of money in the mines, you can, use your spent money to buy gear and do PvP and fight other players, basically. There's auctions, and of course the people that have bought tons of awesome gear dominate everyone in PvP. You get like plot. You can get your own plot where you can build your own little house. It's basically a lot like Ultima Online. Like the old game, or like RuneScape, where you basically like build your little house, but like some fucking overpowered monster guy will just come by and kill you in 2 seconds, and you gotta go grind some more, basically. So it's like fucking crazy. Like I don't even know how to describe it. I mean, it's literally like this dystopic world of you. I was like when I was playing it, I streamed a little bit of it. When I was playing it, I said this. I feel like this is like a front end for a Bitcoin mine. Like everything we're doing on this is like mining Bitcoins for someone. And so 2014, Mojang made a rule change saying that servers cannot ask people for money, basically. Like, you can't. They changed the terms of service in the EULA agreement, saying that you cannot charge real cash for in-game currencies and items for players. So, like, basically, people were creating Minecraft servers, and then basically, like, you could buy gear and pay someone to get stuff unlocked on that. And Mojang was getting none of that money, and people would be like. They were talking about how parents would email in and saying, like, my kid got destroyed in this game, and he says that he has to pay $20 to be able to get his stuff back, because, like, people were doing that on these private servers that anyone could connect to. It was just, like, turning into nonsense. So now I think they're skirting it somehow by making it, like, donate on this like website, and then we'll get you like a random loot piece for donating. So it's not technically, you're not giving gear for cash.
Yeah.
You're giving like lottery tickets for cash. I don't know.
That's crazy. That's like the CS:GO stuff where they'll bet items and then exchange them for cash.
Yeah, and so they're like talking about like how these high level guys basically walk around lording over everyone else on the server because they have like titles with like colored letters in their names and like they all the stuff and they can bully you around. It's like basically like a prison. That's why it's called Minecraft Prison. Like there's this prison economy where everyone's like working, trying to make their day, and then you have people fucking around with the power dynamics. And my favorite comment is right here at the bottom of this article that says, "Life's too fucking short, people." It's just like, why would you play this?
It doesn't sound very fun.
No. And so then I was like, oh, but like you can go on like Minecraft servers, and maybe we'll have to do this sometime because it's kind of fun actually. So like these public servers you can just log onto for free. And you can, like, this one, Prime MC was the one I was using. You can just go into, like, a Skyblock mode and play with your friends. Like, and just play Skyblock on a server,
What's Skyblock?
So it's a popular Minecraft mode where you are in, like, the sky, and then there's, like, a small block that you're on, like a box.
Okay,
and
so you're
like,
just kind of in your
from
own
there.
isolated thing.
Yeah, well, the idea is it's very much like resource constrained, because you just start on this little chunk of land that's floating in the sky. You have to like build your working world out of that tiny amount. And so you can like, put lava next to like water so that it makes a cobblestone generator. So it's just generating cobblestone, which you can use to build like giant buildings and stuff from that. And so it's basically like starting with this tiny amount of real estate and items and building a giant like farm out of it. It's crazy like that. So but that's a really fun mode because it's very much a like building something out of nothing. There's always the possibility you get knocked off or like a creeper blows up and you fall to your death losing all the stuff that you're holding at any moment. So I don't know, it's pretty cool. I like that. I'll probably have to play some more. And Minecraft, huh? It's a good game. All right,
Yep.
So that's what I've been doing. Let's move on to let's do Matt. Well,
Let's
Adam
do
has
me.
some
Have you heard of
time.
this new TV show, Mr. Robot?
Heroes of the Storm? Oh, Mr. Robot.
Oh, you want to do that?
No, let's talk about Robot. Did you finish it?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing in 2 days.
I need to finish it.
It's really good.
I was watching it with Lauren, but she refuses to watch it. So
I'm telling you, John, the main character is Computer Dexter.
yeah, I got to the point in that show where Mr. Robot told the main character some crazy thing about their past together.
Yeah.
And that was the last episode I saw.
It gets
I have,
crazier.
I think I have like 2 episodes to go.
Yeah, that's pretty close to the end.
I was gonna say I'll probably just watch it tomorrow because I need to get it done because the new season's going. It's on Prime right now for free.
Yeah,
right?
the first season is. That's where I watched it.
Yeah. And the second season starts, like next week or 2 weeks from now. It's really soon.
Yeah, and I don't think that'll be on Prime right away
No.
until
you'll have to,
the season's over.
you'll have to buy it. Or Matt, you can come over and we can watch it.
Yes.
Because I have cable.
We'll watch
So,
that and Cowman Bop Boop.
Cowbot Boot Man.
Yep.
Sounds good. Well, if you're not busy tomorrow night, let me know.
I am, but we
Okay.
can pretend I'm not for the sake of radio.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I'll see you tomorrow, John.
All right. Let's see here.
Yeah, I watched that. I've watched a shitload of TV today, or this week. I started watching Man in the High Castle on Amazon, too.
Adam?
I saw the first episode of that. It was really good.
Philip K. Dick.
Very neat. Yeah, it's so for listeners, it takes place in an alternate 1962 where the Axis powers
Madman.
won World War II.
Okay.
And the Japanese occupy the western half of the United States, and the Germans occupy the eastern half, and there's this whole, like, no man's land in the middle.
Shit. That's what I like to call Iowa.
Yeah.
Ew.
Hey-o!
And Missouri.
Yeah,
called-
it's really cool. It's strange. And I think they're going to go... I think it goes to some, like, sci-fi places based on what I'm seeing
Space
hinted at.
Nazis?
something like that. This shows up in the first episode, so I don't think it's a spoiler. But they've got these film reels that show the Axis losing the war. So I'm thinking that the man in the high castle who is providing these film reels is some sort of like alternate dimension thing.
Oh, wow.
Showing like he's showing them our reality or something. I'm expecting it to go that direction.
I might have to check that one out when I'm done watching shows. Because let's talk about the other show you watch, Preacher.
Yes.
So I have watched the first 3 episodes of that.
I've seen the first 2.
You'll be glad to hear that season 2 was ordered.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
I think people were worried about that show, but then I was looking at the numbers. I guess the viewership's has been pretty steady at 3 million. So
yeah, and
that's
the
more than
critics
enough.
rating is super high.
That's more than enough to keep it going. I think it's just there isn't buzz about it. You know, it doesn't like hit that people talking about it every week. I think part of that is that up until last week, Game of Thrones is the thing everybody talked about all the time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that and 2, the show is so fucking slow. Like if you've read the comics,
Yeah.
I guess they're on episode 6 now, 5, 6, somewhere in there.
Yeah, 5 just happened.
Okay, if you've read the comics, you know by the end of like the first volume, nonsense is going on. Like just crazy world running, end of the world, like fucking dudes killing thousands of people, like. And the show is like, no, we're
I
still
don't think it's
hanging
gonna
out
get
in
there.
Texas, like, where the preacher's like got his powers, and he's learning how to use them for 4 episodes, which is fine, you know, because I think it's all interesting and good. And as somebody who appreciates both the show and the comics, it's kind of cool that they're kind of slow rolling this stuff. But also, man, let's get to it, huh?
Maybe
Like,
they didn't have the budget this season for like the big world learning stuff.
I think that might be true, but they got to do it. I mean, like that's the whole point of why that's so good. They've kind of hinted at some of the stuff, you know, the angels, trying to get the Genesis back. I think they have all that's been revealed so far. But they don't. Have they gotten to the origin of Genesis, like where that came from?
No, not yet. Even. I saw the most recent one. They haven't gotten to it yet.
Okay, so the origin of Genesis is literally, I think, the first frame of the comic.
It is.
Like you watch that happen. It's kind of like, all right, they're slow rolling it. They're doing the Quincannon like meat packing thing that's like from volume 5 first. So if you've read the books, there's a lull in the storyline, you know, like in every kind of fucking major road show kind of storyline where the characters kind of all get separated, and Jesse's hanging out back in Anvil, which isn't where the first church is. Oh, God, I can't remember. It's been so long since I've read it. But, like, he blows up his first church when he gets the gift. Like, they showed other churches that happening too, but that's what happens to him too. But they didn't do it in the show because they would have killed off a lot of characters. And it would have been weird. So, anyway, moving on. So there's I think it's in volume 4 or 5 when he's hanging out in Anvil and dealing with like the, you know, overarching like Quincannon family that kind of runs everything, and he's just like trying to lay low, you know, and I don't know, he can't help but get involved because they're awful people, and so they're kind of doing that now, basically, which is fine, you know, whatever. Put that in there and do something else later because you don't really need a season off in the middle of a story later on. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm glad to hear it's coming back, and I've seen the first 3 episodes and I've liked it a lot. We'll need to watch more. It's just been kind of tough with trying to keep up with Game of Thrones and Silicon Valley, everything on Sunday night. So yeah, well, I'm glad to hear you're liking it still.
I'm liking it.
It's a really good show. I think the casting is probably what's so great about it.
Yeah.
Because
There's
all
a lot of
those
great
actors
characters.
are fun to watch, and the main characters are well cast and likable, and I don't even care if it's not doing all the crazy stuff from the comics yet. I like watching these people doing their stuff. Oh, that's nice. Although I'd like more of that Cassidy battle in the airplane stuff going on, because that was pretty fun.
That was amazing.
Have that in the pilot. All right. So anything else you're watching, Matt?
How many episodes have you seen? 2?
3.
Did you see the battle in the church yet? It's not as big of a battle, but there's more Cassidy fighting.
I'm pretty sure that's episode 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
When he's protecting Jesse from the 2 guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the chainsaw. That's a pretty good fight. Oh god, that actor is really good. I really like the guy who plays Cassidy. So, yeah, I don't know. It's good. Awesome show. All right.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up for Matt and me and Adam.
me.
All right. So we talked about what Matt's been watching, what I've been watching. Adam, what have you been watching?
Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress for one.
Oh yeah, did you finish that? I think it must have ended.
No, it's still going.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm up to date on it at episode 11.
You bypassed me. I watched 5 episodes.
It's pretty cool.
It is really cool. I think my description of it was fine. If you like Attack on Titan and you like zombies and steampunk trains, you're gonna like the show.
That is true.
It's just fucking steampunk trains and super zombies killing everybody.
Yeah.
Steampunk Super Zombie Train.
Yep. I think I've heard, and what I've seen so far is that like characterizations very light. You don't get a lot of character backstories and whatnot. You know.
You will get some.
Yeah, but it's pretty light comparatively.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the action is what the show's all about, and it's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like the zombie combat is fun and very gruesome. Like people get murdered. Like
Yeah, they do.
it is desperate. Like it isn't just like, oh no, the zombies are coming after us. It's like, oh no, the zombie's eating my face right now. Please kill me before I become one.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, oh god, and like people having to like, you know, have you been bitten? I don't know, and then like, yeah, he has, and they just execute him because like it's because they're on a fucking train.
Yeah.
He goes crazy. He'll kill everyone.
Yeah.
Like they can't do anything. It's
These
fucking...
guys are like fast, and some of them are like old.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And they have like a, what's it called? Like an iron heart. Like it's just like some sort of like part of the zombieism is that like it makes like a cage around your heart that's like unpierceable. So you have to like.
So is it like you have to hit them in the heart to kill them?
Yeah,
Or-
multiple times usually.
Yep. Unless you're like super powerful, and you can like, or the main character has like a pressure cannon steam gun that shoots. It's like a, you know, like the thing that kills cows that the guy has in where it just shoots out like a spike and then it comes back in. He has one of those that he uses on them. So he just sticks it on their chest and then it rockets out with like a pneumatic explosion, a spike through their heart, killing them. So. Yeah, it's fucking sweet though. The combat's awesome. The characters are weird, and neat. And, like I don't know, just watching it with like the fucking Japanese butt rock like going on while everyone's dancing around with like blades killing zombies. And you're like, this is cool. I'm into this.
People have like steam rifles, which is super cool.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, they have like steam packs on their backs, and they like shoot guns and. And then there's like samurai dudes who still have like samurai swords. I don't know. It's like really awesome. It's like all the things that are cool in one show.
Pretty much.
All right, before we get on, I do want to talk about one more anime to finish our anime corner off. Adam, you haven't seen this, but you're going to have to watch it and you're going to love it. My Hero Academia, which is Adam, can you translate that to Japanese?
Yeah, it's basically My Hero Academy.
It is Boku no Hero Academia.
Oh, 2 Japanese?
Yes, into Japanese. It's Boku no Hero
I don't
Academia.
know. I don't know what Academy is. Japanese.
It's just Adam. I said it. Boku no Hero Academia.
Oh, really? They don't even bother trying to
Nope.
like. Okay.
And there's a lot of English in this show as well because.
You could definitely translate hero at least.
Nope. Boku no Hero Academia.
Wow.
It's a shonen manga, of course, as they all are. And
As they all are.
well, basically. I mean, they're all I didn't realize that shonen is like a type of anime,
Yeah.
manga.
Your
Like,
Naruto's,
I just thought-
your One Pieces, your Bleaches.
I just thought shonen meant like this is the magazine, Shonen Jump, so that's a shonen.
Shonen means young man.
Yes. I did not realize that until I was reading about this show and stuff. So yeah, shonen means like young boys comics.
Yep.
So you got your Naruto's. Attack on Titan's a shonen. I guess you're right.
I think that's...
It's a shonen. It stars
it
a
really?
14-year-old boy. I mean...
It does start, but usually like stuff that's more graphic or gory is considered seinen, which is like older dude.
Yeah, I mean, this has Fist of the North Star in here as well, so... I don't know.
Yeah, that's more seinen.
Well, anyway, older kids. Let's see what seinen manga is.
Not really kids. It's just like
Uh-huh.
old man comics.
Well, let's say in like Tokyo Ghoul, Akira, Berserk, Ghost in the Shell. Those are seinen.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anyway, but your classics. Inuyasha,
Oh yeah, shonen.
Captain Harlock,
I don't
Yu-Gi-Oh!, Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah.
Man, I watched Yu Yu Hakusho. Remember that show?
Spirit Detective. Yeah.
That Ghost Files, or translated literally is Poltergeist Report,
Yeah.
which I love.
That is great.
Poltergeist Report. Man, I fucking love anime. I've been getting way into it. But My Hero Academia, back to the point, is a story, and let me give the plot. The main character, Izuku Midoriya, is a regular middle school student. Have you heard this before?
Yeah.
A regular middle school student in a world where everyone has superpowers. Not everyone. The idea is something has happened to the world where like 80% of people are born with superpowers, and they call them quirks. So like you can be born with like, oh, I can snap my fingers and a flame appears on the front of my finger. Something simple as that. Or like, oh, I whistle and I become invisible. Like all sorts of crazy powers happen. And it seems to kind of like run through family bloodlines of certain powers and stuff. So it's been like, I don't know, a few generations since like people started having quirks. And so like basically if you have like a really good quirk, you can get into like a hero high school where you become, it's like X-Men, it's like,
I was
all
gonna
right,
say this sounds a lot like X-Men actually.
it is a lot like X-Men. And so basically the main character doesn't have a quirk. But he wants to go to the Hero Academy because he's like super fan. Like he grew up watching all these heroes. He's like collected all this memorabilia. All Might is the name of a hero, who's his favorite hero character guy, and he's like super the good guy who like saves everybody. So he's known as the world's greatest hero. So basically, All Might.
Oh,
All
fine.
Might. And
Okay.
his name is, in Japanese, All Might. Because he speaks a lot of English. Anyway, he wants to become a hero, but he doesn't have a power, and this happens in the first episode or whatever. He meets the All Might guy by happenstance, and things happen. And he's like big fan. The guy, and he says he wants to go to the superhero school, but he doesn't have a power. Does All Might, his idol, think that he can make it? And he says, I don't think so. If you don't have a power. And then a bunch of stuff happens, and a villain shows up, and like basically his childhood friend is like caught by this villain, and he doesn't have a power, but he runs in to try and save his friend anyway. Like he's like, why am I running? I can't do anything. I just like feel like I have to because it's the right thing to do. And because he does that, the All Might guy's like, hey, I'm actually dying because I've been horribly destroyed over years of fighting villains. And I'm able to actually bestow my power on someone else.
Damn.
And I pick you because you basically, all of these other fucking heroes were cowering around when you were this little kid who has no powers, and you're just like, I gotta go in and try and save my friend. So that's a true hero, so you deserve to have a power. So he gets like the greatest power, but he doesn't know how to use it. So like, let's say if he wants to like use the superpower, when he like punches something, his arm breaks because his body isn't used to the power.
Damn.
So he's basically got to like try and control it. So he's like kind of a weakling because he can't really do much. But All Might is one of the greatest characters in anime I've seen in quite a while. He's just like, he's very much like that One Punch Man, kind of like he's got a character to him, and he's super all powerful and can like to stop everyone. because he's just like, I don't know, he's just like always like, I gotta smile, because I can show, evil my smile, and that'll make them sad. It's just like, what? He's just like so full of himself. This show is huge though, in Japan, and it just ended its first season. Animated 13 episodes, and Adam, you absolutely have to watch this. It is so good. Like, if you like character designs, because like, just all the different like heroes have their own costumes, and all of his classmates have their own cool like costumes and quirks that are really neat. And it's like X-Men. You know what I mean? Like, it's just cool. Like, and shit goes down. Bad guys, cool. Good guys, hero school, but really well written. Great character design. It's really fun. I fucking love this show. There's a superhero. Let me give you some of the superhero names.
Okay.
Mount Lady. She is a heroine whose quirk Gigantum allows her to grow to the height of 67 feet tall.
That's very specific.
So her name is Mount Lady, which I like. Let's see here. There's Beat Genus or Best Genist. Japanese Besto Genisto.
Wow.
He's an alumni of the high school with a quirk Fiber, so doesn't to control fiber in others' clothes. Yep, right. He's considered the world's third greatest hero. He wears all jeans. It's fucking ridiculous.
Okay.
There's the teachers are great. There's Aizawa, who's known as the Eraser Head. He can like take his glasses off and he nullifies other people's quirks basically. So he can like turn off enemies' powers. There's Present Mike, who speaks in English quite a bit. He's like a DJ, but he can like amplify his own voice to like ear-piercing levels. There's Recovery Girl, who's the school nurse. There's Lunch Rush, who is a cook hero.
Oh man.
He works at the cafeteria and he makes. Let me read you the description of Lunch Rush. A cook hero who works in the school cafeteria. He's able to produce first-class meals for a very low price, and is always seen giving the thumbs up. Everyone's a hero in this world, which is kind of what makes it so fun. There's a space hero named Number 13, and he's like a ghost inside a spacesuit. I don't know, it's fucking crazy. Let me think anyone else. Yeah, so anyway, lots of crazy cool heroes. Fun character designs, like really well done combat, like animation and stuff. So yeah, I highly recommend. It's probably my favorite one since One Punch Man, which was like last fall, but still great. I'm liking that Japan has kind of gotten on the superhero shows train, which I like.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. Anything else you played, Adam?
I've been mostly playing Dragon Age.
Still?
Yeah, Isaiah started Witcher 3.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
How's he liking that?
A lot. He's already got
That's a good game.
than I was in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played a lot of that game, and I think I played 20 hours. And I'm still in the main area.
Yeah.
I think I got to that big city, and then that was when I stopped playing.
Novigrad. Yeah, I think I was actually pretty similar.
There are so many side quests in that first area.
There's a bajillion.
Yeah, and the game just looks so gorgeous. You just want to run around and hang out. Did you do D&D?
Yeah, a little bit.
Any cool and exciting developments from your players?
Well, my brother actually wanted to take a hand at DMing. So,
Little bro?
yeah. So as his first time trying stuff, he just kind of wanted to wing it a bit, and we kind of see something like in a similar to a Game of Thronesy type world, basically.
Okay.
So it's pretty much the same map, same cities, stuff like that.
Westeros? Okay.
Yeah, but a lot of the main characters aren't, there, or they aren't super special.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like we started like as slaves in Essos in like a gladiatorial ring, and like just started out with like a gladiator like type thing, and it was kind of cool actually. Yeah.
Well, sounds cool.
Yep. It was a lot of fun.
Well,
And, we also murdered a dude who was designed for us to like murder way later. So yeah, it was like this guy at the gladiators ring. Like we were like bragging about how we'd like fucked up all these rounds of people, and so he like just jumps down himself, like ready to teach us a lesson, and we beat the shit out of him. Actually,
Cool.
we shouldn't have, but we have like 3 people who have healing word and stuff. And healing word in 5th edition is like a bonus action spell that heals a small amount, but we were like kept dropping down, and he could like heal and attack, and then one other person would get a shot in before they went down again, and we just wore him down. It was amazing.
Yeah. Well, that sounds cool.
And we took his awesome sword. Yeah.
Oh, that's what you do.
Yeah.
I mean, when you beat up a guy, you take his sword.
It's neat. Like, we're actually each playing a couple characters because there's only like 3 of us.
Yeah.
And I've got like a Templar who was like a dude who suddenly like saw the light of R'hllor and is now like a paladin for R'hllor.
Okay.
And my other guy is a shadow monk who is like a faceless man. He's a doppelganger too, or changeling. Sorry, changeling. So he can change his face at will. He's a faceless man.
He's a big fan.
And then there's like a druid. This has been a druid and some other person. I can't. A bard. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds fun. I'm glad you're able to get some D&D on down south.
Yeah, finally. It's about time.
That sounded really bad now that I've said it like that, but
Some D&D on. Yeah.
down south.
Down south.
Down south D&D.
Mm-hmm.
Get it on. Let's see, what else did I do? I saw an IndyCar race.
At the IndyCar?
At Road America in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. My brother and I went to the IndyCar race on Sunday when I was half sick. God, it was not fun being partially cold sick walking around a raceway when it's 90 degrees out in the sun, but I made it. I don't know, it's really fun seeing one of those races up close. I mean, cars going 186 miles an hour about 20 feet from you when you're up at the barriers, some of the straightaways, and that was really fun. Crowd was interesting. I did not see a single Tweety Bird shirt or Tasmanian Devil t-shirt. I thought that was
surprising to me.
Prime area. And then my brother was like, wow, it's surprising we haven't seen that. And I was like, yeah, you know what, though? The Minion shirt is now what people are into.
That's the new one.
But I didn't see any of those either. It was all race fans. Everyone's wearing, like, racing gear, so I don't know if people get down. But there was over 100,000 people at that race. And it turns out going to a race is really fun because what you do is buy a bunch of beer and put it in a cooler and buy a bunch of camp chairs and like a tent thing to sit under, and you just hang out in the grass on a hill overlooking the racetrack and just drink and grill for like 4 hours on a Sunday afternoon. So
I went to a tractor pull once. I was kind of like that.
It's fucking awesome.
Just fucking hanging out with my dad, drinking beer, and watching large machines do things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the next time we go, we're definitely going to bring like basically camping gear and just hang out with beers and brats on a grill and just get wasted and then leave at 6 o'clock when we've sobered up, basically. Yeah. So that sounds really fun. Get wasted Sunday in the morning because the races start at like 10 in the morning. That's the way to do it.
Sit in the sun, get heat stroke.
I was going to say, nothing beats day drinking in the hot sun. It's like something about like the dehydration from the sweating and drinking the beer just like ruins your body. Like you just feel like dead.
And the massive sunburn you get on half your body because you don't rotate.
Exactly. Or you like cover the sunscreen but you miss the one spot in the top of your elbow that just becomes beet red and you can't touch anything. Adam, remember when you got sunburn across your entire back?
Oh, I do.
Adam went out on a swimming adventure with his family in a lake.
Yeah.
I remember because I saw his back and it was the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That's not true.
One of the worst things I've ever felt.
So I guess Adam just decided to say fuck sunscreen. And,
As one does.
swam. I think you said you put it on at first, just like at the start of the day, and then
I did, yeah.
Yeah, and so they're just swimming all day out in a lake, basically, on like inner tubes or whatnot, right? Just horsing around.
Yeah, mostly just swimming in a shallow lake.
Yep. And Adam's back was just, and then his entire back was a sunburn. And I remember he showed me, he was like peeling off like jerky strips of skin. Like it was just shedding on your back. Like it was so awful. And you couldn't lay on your back. You couldn't like sit leaning against anything. Mm-hmm. You're just like, it was a good thing you sleep on your stomach, so.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
But I also usually like put my arms above my head.
Oh.
Which was not an option.
It's not weird to sleep on your stomach. That's totally awesome.
Wait, you sleep on your stomach too?
Yeah.
You people are weird.
It's really bad for my back. I try to sleep on my back with like pillows propping me up where I should be propped up, but I can never fall asleep like that.
I can't sleep on my back.
I can, but I snore really badly, which bothers other people. And also, a lot of times I wake up with like a sore throat or like.
Oh my god.
Whatever.
That's really bad for me right now because oh my, I'm dying because of this cold that I'm trying to get over. And the mucus, my throat's just getting dry because I'm just like, just moisture is being used and creating all this phlegm. And so like the snoring is giving me like a sore throat every morning because it's like, Jesus, no liquid. Yeah, it's really bad. I feel your pain. I sleep on my side.
I do for the most part now. I try to sleep at least half on my side.
Yeah, that really calms the snoring down. Mm-hmm. But I sleep on my side with a body pillow, with an anime pillow cover. No, I'm kidding. But I should get one. But I'm kidding. But I should. That I hug tightly, basically, and then like have my legs around, like basically like wrap my body around a body pillow. And then one of my arms falls asleep, and then I have to switch sides and my other arm falls asleep. It's basically my arms are just constantly falling asleep as I sleep. Yeah, it's kind of bad, but
That sounds terrible.
Like I need a bed where like I can put my arm like through the like bottom, so I don't have to have it like hanging over my head or whatever.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, and it hurts my shoulders a lot, because I'm like stretching my arm. Yeah, it's probably a bad way to sleep.
I was gonna say you're not really selling me on this.
I can't help it. It's the only way I can fall asleep though, laying on my side. Yep. All right, so boy, we should probably talk a little bit about news, but I do want to talk about something Adam said.
What did Adam say?
Oh, Matt, you're gonna have to reconnect.
Uh-oh, am I crusty?
Yep. Matt, what is it up with your setup into which you become crustified? He like has a situation where like after a certain amount,
like an hour.
How am I doing now?
You're fine. I don't know what is up with whatever equipment you have, but you like run out of buffer space. And
Yeah,
just
I think it's
everything.
Because I have it routed through a virtual audio cable to get from the program to Google Hangouts, and I think that's where the weak point is.
Is the program called Virtual Audio Cable?
Yeah.
Yeah, we use that program to make the very first episode of the podcast. You should listen to the quality of it. To hook up two USB mics into one stream.
Yeah.
Well, all it has to do is say, take this audio from this spot inside of the computer and put it to this other spot inside of the computer.
I know.
So, like, what could go wrong?
Well,
Oh, yeah.
everything.
Everything. So what did Adam talk about?
I'm sorry, I meant to say Matt talked about.
What did I talk about?
You didn't talk about it, but you put it in your notes. You said you made sourdough.
I'm working on it. It's okay.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about sourdough.
All
The
right.
way you make it is first you have to make a starter.
Yeah.
So you mix a small amount of flour and water, and then there's just, I guess, wild yeast, which is apparently fucking everywhere.
Yep.
And then you leave that and you let it rot on the counter for a day. And then
Yep.
you have to feed the culture. So you measure out like a half cup and then put that back in the bowl with more flour and water. You let that rot for like 5 days at room temperature on the counter.
Yep.
So I have a mature culture now, and I'm making the leaven, which is you take a spoonful, like a tablespoon of the culture, and you put it in a separate bowl with a different amount of flour and water, and you let that rot overnight. So then tomorrow, I'm going to add more flour and water to make the dough and let that rot for a couple of hours, and then I think it'll be ready to start baking.
Wow.
It's,
Yeah.
it's super disgusting.
So,
I was like, I love sourdough. I'm going to look up how to make it. The more I read, the more I was just like, ugh, ugh, ugh.
You basically make like a bacteria colony.
Yeah. And
That's
it's
what I'm
just,
wondering. How is this discovered? Like, who found out how to make sourdough?
somebody just let their dough rot for too long in San Francisco one day, and and it's not even like with beer and wine and stuff. You put specific yeast in to brew it. This is just whatever happens to be living in the flour and on the surface of the bowl at the time that you're making it.
This looks fun, man. I want to make this.
It looks cool. Well, I'll pretty much just be keeping the starter alive until I get sick of it. So
That's what I've heard.
that's like the longest part. That takes like 5 days. So now that I have that,
I
pretty
could
much,
just borrow it.
I think it's active. Yeah, I could just give you a scoop of it. And
I was about to say. So, like, yeah, people talk about that. People that are like bread makers are like, I've got my starter I've had for 20 years.
it's a very bread in general. I've found is like magic. You take this like weird clear liquid that you need to live, and this ground up white plant matter, and somehow it makes bread.
Someone makes a delicious, fluffy, crusty, chewy.
Yeah, it's literally just flour and water and maybe a little bit of salt, and
Yep.
then it makes this solid loaf of thing.
Yeah,
That's
and then
pretty
you.
crazy.
Yeah, so they're like, I'm looking at this thing. You basically make like a little ball after a while of this like dough, and you let it like puff up for a while. you know,
Yeah.
'cause it's like eating it, and you fold it a bunch of times.
When you feed the starter, you can check on it after a couple of hours, and it'll like have expanded in size, and it's got a bunch of bubbles and stuff in it from all of the active yeast cultures.
Yeah. You just like make you prove it by putting it in like a loosely wrapped like plastic bag overnight on the counter for it to like
Yeah.
boof up. And then do you have a Dutch oven that you're gonna put in the oven to cook it?
I don't. I think I don't have proofing baskets or anything like that either, so I think I'll probably just make it into a loaf. Like I'll borrow a pan from my parents or something and
Yeah.
let that rise.
Yeah.
And then add more of the complicated steps later on after I figure it out.
Yeah, that is not super simple. Like, it's just looks so complicated. I'm looking through like a full like thing, and the guy's like, you make
Yeah.
the loaf, and then you score the top of it, and then you put it in the. I guess
Yeah, that
there's-
must be the recipe I was looking at. I was like, I'm not fucking doing most of this.
No, and then you put it in. He puts it in a Dutch oven because
Yeah,
you like,
Or, like,
in the Dutch oven with the
It's
lid on, it like steams
inside of the
up.
regular oven.
Yeah, because then it traps more steam in a smaller area, and then after it's like risen halfway, you take the top off and then you let it go. And it actually looks really easy to make. Like I have all the equipment to make
Yeah.
it. It just
Yeah,
needs
it's
time
not-
and technique.
It's not. It doesn't seem difficult, but it's as long as you follow the directions very closely.
Mhm.
Like it's detailed. It's weird magic chemistry.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Like it just seems fun. Like this is when I made beef jerky over the.
Oh
beef
yeah,
fry-
I saw you posted about that. How
yeah,
was that?
It completely rotted. So
Oh no.
in the fridge or in the bag I had it in. I think I didn't use a freezer bag, which is probably bad. It probably let too much air in, and it probably didn't cook enough because I used shitty cuts of meat that were
So how do you make
too thick.
jerky without like a smokehouse?
Yeah, it's really easy actually. You just cut up a bunch of beef into thin strips, throw it into a bag with like I use soy sauce, Worcestershire, like hot sauce, garlic powder, salt, black pepper, liquid smoke, a couple drops, some cayenne pepper, and you let it just sit overnight in that like your marinade mix, and then you take it out, wipe all the pieces off. Oh, a little brown sugar as well. Wipe all the pieces off, and then throw it in the oven at 170 degrees, with the door cracked, basically.
Mhm.
So I use like a wooden spoon in there to keep the door cracked open so air can get in and out to get airflow. And one of the recipes I had, you just lay it on the actual oven racks, and then like on the bottom of the oven, just cover it with foil so that you can
it doesn't
clean it out easy.
Yeah.
And that's how you do it, so you can get airflow. I did it in pans with like sticks that I had everything resting on. I don't think the airflow was good enough, and it just didn't dry out fast enough, and it was like 7 hours, and it says it takes 6 hours ish, and I was like, it's getting way past time. And some of them looked done. I didn't want to over dry them, so they became just like bricks. I don't know. I actually have a dehydrator now, so
Nice.
I got one from a family member who did not want it anymore. So I was like, I actually tried to make beef jerky and it didn't go well. So with the dehydrator, it just sits on your countertop, and it just basically has like a hot plate on the bottom.
Yeah,
It's just got a bunch of like levels, and then the top is open, so like air just kind of comes in through the bottom and goes out the top, and you can basically that way you don't have to have your oven on for 7 hours with the door open. You can just have this little tiny thing going. So I'm gonna try and make beef jerky again because it tasted really good for like the 2 or 3 days. It wasn't spoiled. So
I'll trade you some sourdough for some beef jerky.
yeah, let's get some hardtack and we get that expedition up to Missouri. Whoa,
Oh boy.
Adam,
Sorry.
you fall asleep?
Nope. I knocked over the microphone accidentally.
Oops. Well, actually, it didn't sound that loud for that. Thank you,
It's on
Matt.
a soft surface.
Can you do another one?
Another what? Oh.
Get a clean one. Adam. All right, we got to get to news here. Unless anyone else
News
had
time.
anything cool they were doing.
I want to talk about my favorite app, but we can do that later.
All right, we'll talk about that during the news.
Okay.
We'll make your favorite app a news story.
It's a news story.
We'll get through the news that happened really fast. We got 2 weeks. I wrote a lot of stuff down. We don't need to get through all of it. Twitch Cheers. Did you hear about Twitch Cheers?
Hold on, I have a bumper for this.
I'm just playing a little Minecraft here today. Everything's loud. So if you've watched a Twitch stream, Matt saw my parody of a Twitch stream that I made.
It was amazing. There was a
mo-
hamster dance, the Ally McBeal baby.
mostly animated GIFs covering all of the game playing area. But so basically, Twitch is like, hey, you can buy emotes now, and they're called bits. And you can say cheer 1 bit, and it does a little flashy emote that shows a little bit thing, and everyone sees it. And I think it makes a noise as well that people can hear. And bits, you buy them basically, and so the person you give the bit to on the channel gets a cut of that, as does Twitch. So like $1.40 to get 100 bits basically. And
these are like there's specific icons that Twitch has created for them.
correct.
They're like specific emojis.
Yep. And so basically, you can show your support by saying, "Hey, let's here's a bit," like boom. And then Twitch Turbo, already exists, which you can do like a premium subscription on your channel to get access to exclusive emojis and colors that you can use in the chat. So it's basically they're trying another way to monetize things.
Yeah.
Because there's also tipping. This kind of conflicts a little bit with the PayPal tipping.
You can't blame them for trying. Like at worst, this will just be like the tip jar on YouTube, and everyone will ignore it.
Yep.
But maybe it'll take off. I think it would have more of a chance if the big streamers could make their own custom emojis, and like to post this thing of my face, it costs 10 bits or whatever.
Yep.
So maybe they'll go that direction eventually.
Which is kind of an interesting thing, but I actually want to talk about Twitch streaming as a whole. I like to watch Twitch streams, but some Twitch streams are fucking impossible to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are just so many little icons and doodads and donate now links and little like shout outs to everyone that's donating on the stream live and reading comments, and it's like I'm not watching like a charity donation-a-thon. You know what I mean?
People will have it set up so that when somebody like subscribes or donates, it will automatically play a little video clip and sound.
Yep.
And that'll
That's
just happen
really
over and over and over again.
Yep. It's like, man, I have a hard time watching this because it is distracting, and I just want to watch the people that I like listening to play games. Like, I want to watch these people play Overwatch together, and it's fun to watch, and I don't want to hear them constantly fucking talking about how Smokeboy420 just donated $4.20, which made the smoke weed every day emote happen on your thing, interrupting their chat. Like, it's just, what the fuck, man? Like, how could anyone do that? So I made a Twitch parody stream. One of our listeners actually tweeted me saying, "What the hell was that?" Which is kind of what I was looking for. So I'll probably do that a little bit more.
That's
and
awesome.
make it even more ridiculous and get more. So basically, if you haven't seen it, it's just animated. You can put animated GIFs into the broadcaster. So I just have a little face cam and then 50 Cent's face on the other side, because I like to play games across from Fiddy, and just fucking animated GIFs everywhere. Right now I have a dancing baby theme. I might change it. It's mostly dancing baby
It's
GIFs.
kind of retro at this point.
Yeah, I was kind of throwing back, I get the under construction GIF at the top because I'm working on my stream.
The misspelled scroll.
Yep,
Thanking,
I'll continue.
thanking me for my donations.
So actually with OBS, the way you can do that is crazy. So you can tell it to just pull from a text file that you can edit. So you can just open up like a notepad and then write something, and it'll be scrolling whatever you have written in that notepad. And it live updates.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is actually pretty cool. So if you're like, hey, I want to say a thing, you can. And then not play your game, for 10 minutes while you talk about it. Anyway, so I thought that was an interesting thing to note. Twitch cheers.
More like Twitch jeers.
We'll talk about Pokemon Go next week because it isn't out yet. Just early impressions of having. Adam, are you excited?
Not really.
What? You don't want to play a Pokemon app?
From what I've heard of it, it doesn't seem like it would be that good.
That's true. You have to go outside to catch Pokemon.
Also that.
Can we preview my Pokemon bumper?
Yep. Was that last one all the way down?
Yeah, that was like 4 octaves down.
It's like a demon growl. I love it. So we can talk about another. Well, let's talk about another Twitch thing. Yeah, it was a Twitchy episode tonight. Matt, where's my Twitch bumper? Thank you. Thank you for donating. I'd like to thank BlazeBoy820, 840. Okay. Twitch streamers.
Yourself.
Thank you. Twitch streamers. Have you heard of this mukbang?
We talked about it on this very show.
We did. You did.
I explained it to you guys.
Yes, you did. Okay, good. Because I was like, I heard this somewhere. You can do that on Twitch now. It is now
At long last.
It is now okay on Twitch Creative to do social eating. So I will inaugurate this ability by going on Twitch Creative, and I'm going to eat a pizza tomorrow night.
Can you eat a whole pizza but don't cut it into slices?
Oh yeah. No, I will eat a bag of dry ramen noodles.
Hey, I've had that. That's pretty good.
Is it? Okay, so yeah, basically so Twitch Creative's like, hey, you can draw, paint, or like Matt does, make music, or do all sorts of artistic things, and now eat on camera, social eating. Apparently it's huge in Korea, like Matt had said earlier.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Mukbang is now available. Get ready, people.
I saw a vegan do one of those and completely flip his shit when he found like Parmesan in the sauce
Wait, it was like a thing that was supposed to be vegan?
Yeah, like it was like all veggies and stuff, like no cheese on the pizza, and like gluten-free bread or some. It was like one of those fucking things.
Well, it's true. You got to be careful about the lives of the gluten that you are going to destroy by eating it.
Or maybe it was
poor gluten
and not whatever. No eggs anyway. But yeah, he was eating the pizza and he found like in the sauce there's these little white dots basically that's just like Parmesan they put in the sauce, and he flipped his shit.
Yeah.
Like, through his phone.
What?
It was ridiculous. Oh yeah.
Well, you know what they say. It's like in Scott Pilgrim. He lost his vegan card.
Yeah. Because his powers.
He ate cheese too many times.
Vegan police.
Yep, the vegan police will get you. So the Amazon RX 480 came out. Did you hear about the RX 480? To compete with.
Yeah. Looks good.
This is the graphics card I know I should buy, but I don't know if I'm going to because I might.
Yeah, like why would you when you can just buy a 1080? Like, just.
Well, a 1080 is $700.
Yeah, but it's
This
like
is
an investment, man. Like
$200.
Wow.
But even if it's an investment, you could buy a $500 card 2 years from now.
Yeah, but you'll be an early adopter, so.
Yeah, I don't know. So the RX 480 came out, and they had been kind of hyping it up as like this is going to be like a 980 for $200, and those claims are a little bit off. Consumer benchmarks of the 8 gigabyte version, which is $240 by the way. The $200 one's the 4 gigabyte card, which they haven't been allowing people to test. Mm-hmm. They sent out the 8 gigabyte version, but supposedly the 4 to 8 gigabyte jump isn't really a big deal. Because I guess not a lot of games use more than 4 gigabytes of video memory anyway.
Yeah,
so,
right.
It's kind of like unnecessary, but they have the option because the other newer cards all have 8. So, anyway,
yeah,
if you look at it,
and this will be good. Like if you need to upgrade and you just want the bare minimum to do like VR and stuff.
It's great
like,
because
this will do it for you.
Yes, because like the 970. Which came out, 2 years of 2014, is like the lowest entry-level VR card. The 480 is about the same, if not slightly higher in quality than the overclocked versions of that card. So that card, which costs $350, you can get for $200, basically. So it's a great deal for consumers, but I don't know whether or not I'm going to actually just pony up $400 to get a 1070 or not. I might,
This is a Radeon?
This is the Radeon for it. I'm not getting a 1080. I'm not spending $700 fucking dollars on a video card.
I don't know if I want to get Radeon again.
Why not?
My video one. I don't know. I've enjoyed my video one.
Yeah, I had a Radeon long time ago, and it was fine.
That's such a weird thing to say. I don't know.
They're just kind of like not super impressive.
They always
get the job
been a
done.
step behind.
Yeah.
So there's been some issues that have come out about this card. It's supposedly 150 watts power it's drawing, which is significantly lower than the previous gen cards that they've been putting out. Around in line with the nvidia cards have been basically, but supposedly actually someone said that this. So Tom's Hardware had talked about this in the review, and some Reddit reviewers have been putting up threads. So you might want to hold off on buying one of these just yet, because they had said some stuff about how actually it looks like this thing is sometimes jumping up past 150 watts. And since it's only got a 6-pin connector on it and not an 8-pin connector, it draws too much power out of your PCI slot, so it could be bad for your computer. And I was like, that doesn't sound good at all. Shit, man. So I don't know, but it's kind of crazy. It's all across the board because I'm looking at specs right now, and the RX 480 playing Hitman on DirectX 12, average frame rate, on 1080p is 73 for the 480, and a 1070 75. Like, it is almost as fast in that game. But like in a game like Rise of the Tomb Raider, its average FPS on Ultra is 43, whereas the 1070s is 71, and the 1080s is 112. Like, it just seems really all around, all over the charts. Like, some games run better in AMD than others, and it's kind of crazy how.
Well, oftentimes they'll release like specific drivers for specific games. Like they'll have an optimized version. Yeah.
Yeah, like for instance, the RX 480 on Ashes of the Singularity, DirectX 12, which is a game that really runs AMD cards really well. Apparently, it's faster than like the 1070 and the 1080 on that game, which is funny. It's like, okay, it's weird. Optimized for AMD cards clearly.
Yeah, it must be something with the engine there. Like.
Yeah, but anyway, so it sounds cool. I'm gonna wait, I think, until the RX 480 cards come out that are.
So you can put two 1080s in your machine.
No, the 480 is gonna come out, and they're gonna have the secondary company overclock versions.
Yeah,
I'm gonna see where those look, with the extra coolers and stuff on them. If those are like, oh yeah, these are a little bit faster, where it's like, hey, the 1070s for $200 more isn't that much faster, and like, well, I think I'll just get the cheaper one because I'm gonna probably build the new computer in 2 years anyway, and I'll buy the new card then. Anyway, so that's out like now. They came out on the 29th, the reference cards. So buy those. All right, and let's talk about Matt's favorite thing.
My new favorite app?
Your new favorite app.
It's called Figure One.
Okay.
Figure and then the number one.
Okay.
And it's Instagram for doctors. So there's a lot of stuff like, here's this weird wound that I saw. What do you think of it? It's horrifying and amazing at the same time. Yeah. Okay, so let me find a good one.
I'm not looking at wounds.
Yeah. There's like X-rays.
Oh,
and like people that are really proud of their stitching and stuff. Oh man, okay. Excellent case.
Free?
Proximal humerus non-union, biophor infused used as well to promote bone growth. So this is just somebody's arm just open. You can see the bone. You can see all the fleshy bits.
Jesus Christ.
This is what doctors do when you're not around.
Oh, I know. I saw. We watched the Found Footage Festival, and they found a TV video tape that would get sent out monthly to doctors that was called Wound Care Weekly.
Oh.
And it was just like, here's how you deal with this kind of wound.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
Gross wounds and here's the wound wheel. We'll spin it to see what wound we're talking about this week. Oh my god.
Oh, okay. I want to find this horrible one that.
No, I'm not looking at it. Get that out of here.
Okay, here it is.
Wound addict.
34-year-old brought to trauma room by EMT. The man was sitting in a chair, did not complain about pain, but told us the machine he worked on caught his 2 fingers and found 1 finger on the floor and another one stuck in the machine. Oh. The surgeon in the hospital did not want to fix the fingers because he heard he was a smoker. So let me just turn on my camera so you can see this picture.
I don't want to see this.
Oh.
Wait. I gotta go to your. Oh, I can't see it. It's too blurry, but that's good that it's blurry. No, it's good. I saw the blood. It's covered with. Wow. What a world we live in.
I really like that this is. I always like finding weird subcultures and groups that I had no idea existed. This has existed on its own, separate from my world for such a long time.
Well, I'm glad to hear doctors have this social networking app where they can become better at their jobs and get tips from other doctors.
Yeah, it seems like some of it's just look at this weird thing I saw, but then a lot of it is here's a good example of this type of injury in case you encounter it.
So what happens when you're at your doctor and you're just hey, can you take a look at this? He's yeah. Just pull your pants down, turn your head away, and then you hear the the little phone thing, and you're what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I guess they have pretty strict rules about how you're supposed to get the patient's okay to
Consent?
upload stuff.
I mean, I would be like, you can use it if you just don't.
Oh, scrotal
have-
swellings.
If you don't have my face in it and you don't say my name,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that'd be fine. Like, if it's just gonna be an anonymous picture of a body part, like that's not identifiable, I don't think anyone. There is only a small number of people that could pick my scrotum out of a lineup.
But it's literally set up just like Instagram, but with super, super gross stuff.
So it's just like a feed of scrotums.
Yeah, and like mangled fingers and X-rays.
Mangled fingergram.
Oh, I have to
Doesn't
stop.
quite roll off the tongue.
I have to stop. Oh, what the fuck is?
So this is like Instagram for gross people. They like to look at gross stuff.
Oh,
Matt, stop!
I can't look away, John. Anyways,
You're like me. I'm a misery vampire.
I figured you would be into this. I thought you might enjoy it.
Well, not that I haven't already downloaded the app on my phone or anything. That sounds crazy. That's cool, though. Neat. Let's talk about getting fit. Did you hear about Xbox Fitness shutting down?
I briefly heard about it, but I didn't even know it existed. So
What was that noise?
That was my Xbox Fitness shutting down sting.
Nice. So Xbox Fitness was like a thing that they announced when the Xbox first released, and they were like, hey, you got the Kinect hooked up, we'll like tape you while you're doing exercises with like the people on camera, and you can like join live exercise sessions, and it'll track you and be like, all right, you're doing the moves correctly and stuff. You know, it was free with gold content, you know, if you had Xbox Live Gold and that, and they were like, all right, we're done. Service is over.
Later. We're not making enough money off of you guys.
Hopefully you didn't buy too much stuff, because you won't be able to watch it after June 30th, 2017, or use this fitness app anymore, because we're closing the servers down. So I guess they haven't announced anything about refunds, so just another reminder that when you buy shit online, it's, not really owning it. So if you like to do fitness exercises with your Kinect, you're not going to be able to a year from now. It's kind of disappointing, but, you know, shit.
yeah, it kind of sucks.
It does, because I thought that was kind of a neat thing. It was like...
So is this like if you have workouts downloaded, you could probably still use them. You just
Nope.
can't like
Nope.
keep track.
You don't
It's all
download
just
them, you
stored in
stream it.
it's just stored in the cloud. Okay.
Yep.
That seems
It'll
weird.
be gone. Yep. All right, and then
I always
one-
worry about this with like streaming video services.
Oh,
like
I know.
stuff I bought on Google Play. That could
Mhm.
just evaporate.
Yeah, which is why I trust like Amazon and like Google when I buy stuff. It's like those companies they're going to be around, and they're big enough that like people get pissed. Otherwise, I could just like pull streaming stuff into like a video capture service on my computer and just
Yeah.
get the video. You know, like if I wanted to. Not that I've done that or anything.
I mean, it's a thing that's theoretically possible.
Yeah, no one would do it. It's piracy.
No.
But
Yeah.
it's theoretically possible to eat. It's even easier
Well, like,
than ever.
let's say if you're streaming something, that's kind of like you're downloading it to a temporary file.
Yeah.
But like if you were to copy that file, that's already something you own on your computer, and put it somewhere else into like a more permanent folder on your computer.
Yeah.
That's just something that's possible.
Well, and like Amazon, they allow you to cache stuff offline, so you can watch TV shows offline.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so essentially, if you're using like a tablet and you have Amazon, you can watch like what is it, Man in High Castle? You can
Yes.
download an episode of that and then watch it with the internet turned off. Like that's pretty cool.
That's actually really cool. Like if I was going on a plane trip or
Yep.
something.
Yeah, you
Or-
can just load up like a bunch of episodes. So that's kind of a cool thing. Okay, one last news story we got to talk about before we're done with the show, and before we get to Koozie Corner, we'll do a Koozie Corner.
Koozie Corner.
Yep. So Nintendo didn't show anything at E3, and this is. Thank you. They didn't show anything. So Miyamoto said, normally we would have shown the NX at E3, but we didn't. We're worried about imitators if we release info too early. So it's kind of crazy. Basically, they're saying Nintendo NX is like another kind of game change as far as consoles are.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and they don't want anyone else to copy their design before it comes out. And he said, let's see here, an article from last week, and a veteran game designer, he said, or not a veteran game designer, Miyamoto said, the NX is focused around a specific idea, which he would not elaborate on.
Yeah.
So what do you think that is? VR?
They seem to be saying that it's not VR.
Okay.
They've said that VR is not to the point where it lends itself to like long play sessions, and they're interested more in that kind of thing.
So it's very mysterious. What we've heard so far is it's going to have industry-leading chips in it, which means it's going to be like current gen. Like we're talking probably PS4 Neo Scorpio. Like this is going to be next gen. They said it's going to share certain elements with the company's handhelds, like the 3DS.
Yeah, it's definitely going to have a handheld component.
And control. Yep.
Looking at the that Zelda preview, Link had his little like phone-shaped thing that he used to activate things. So I think that's either going to be a controller piece or like you pair your smartphone with it or something.
Yep. Bluetooth smartphone controller thing. It's an app. Okay. But they said the controller will be complete departure from those of past consoles, so it's not going to be like the Wii U, or at least not exactly like it.
What if it's just like a controller where it's shaped maybe like an NES controller, but the whole thing is a touch screen, so you can have different button layouts for different games?
Yeah. It'd be. It's so much, and that's what's so exciting about it, because it's like it could be anything. So there's a room.
It's a helmet that reads your brain waves.
What if it's some sort of power glove that has buttons on it, and you can use it to control the game?
What if I told
It's
you?
a power glove for your head.
I really want Nintendo to come up with like a top-of-the-line VR thing and just call it the Virtual Boy 2.
Okay. So I want to tell you, have you guys heard anything about the rumor that came out really recently?
No.
About the NX?
I've heard people saying that it might be like a mixed mobile device /
Okay,
plug-in
so you haven't
TV
heard the other
type
thing. All right, so this is incredible. The Nintendo NX. Let me just. I don't want to give it away, so we'll go through the story and you can see if you can figure it out. So it's really interesting because they're kind of making a lot of big changes. Reporters of this British media site noticed a major financial report from Macronix, a Japanese company that's provided memory-related chips to consoles as far back as the N64. Macronix has already commented on serving as a chip supplier of some sort for the Nintendo NX. The company spoke about higher expectations for its NOR flash business. Just talking about this. Now, this company, which makes chips, makes cartridges, DS cartridges. And I think the thought is that the Nintendo NX is going to move to cartridges.
All right.
We're going back. We're going back to 32 gigabyte capacity chips to put a game on rather than a Blu-ray. And when you think about it, an SD card holds 32 gigabyte, smaller than a disc,
and they're cheap
ultra-portable.
enough now.
Yep.
That's
Way
cool
faster
and
than
all.
CD.
You don't need a disk drive in the actual device to spin up, so it takes up a lot less space. That is, I think, really smart. Actually,
yeah, it sounds old-fashioned when you first mention it, but when you actually think about it, yeah, like solid state has really surpassed CDs in a lot of ways now.
I guess the only downside is that you wouldn't be able to play things like Blu-rays or DVDs.
but
or
who
stuff like
gives
that.
a shit about that?
Yeah, that's all streaming now.
But no, but
I
nobody
guess.
gives a shit about that because, like, literally, it's like, okay, yeah, but does it play Netflix? Yeah, okay, like, all right, I can watch TV, you know, like, so they're talking about
have a hard drive too of some kind, like a.
Yes, but I think the idea is that we don't need to use up all this money and space on an optical drive when we can
Right.
just have an SD card slot to put games in, basically, and a hard drive if you want to download games. Which means the idea of a system where it's a tablet that you can dock and then use a controller and then undock and then like use it on the go makes more sense, because if it's handheld, you're not, like an Ultrabook. Think about it like an Ultrabook, with the power that it can do, or like a gaming laptop and the size of that. Without a disk drive, that takes up a lot of space. And so I don't really honestly know what this thing is going to be.
If they go full on nuts and have the main drive be solid state too, I would just lose my mind.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, but I think that theory is, we're talking about cartridge-based system possibly. I guess the rumors have gotten stronger and stronger as, God, where else did I hear this? Another patent application showed that it didn't look like there was an optical drive anywhere listed in any of the documentation, so I think it's going to have cartridges. I'm excited. I'm excited.
I'm down for cartridges.
Get back to them cartridges. Blow that cartridge. I'm in. But that fucking launch, it's coming up, huh?
Yeah.
We've got not much time before the NX is out, so
yeah,
I'm excited.
Next year? What's it?
March.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna get it bundled with Zelda.
Zelda, yeah.
Yeah.
When is
That game alone was enough to sell a system to me.
when is the Tokyo Game Show this year?
September usually?
I've got to imagine that's when it's going to happen.
Or
They're
no,
going to
is it September or...
Tokyo Game Show. I looked it up and it said, and I clicked on the link to the 2016 website and it says 404 not found. But that's for the English website. So let me just. Nikkei Tokyo Game Show 2016, 15 to 18 September.
Sweet.
2016.
Okay.
So we'll probably know a lot more then about that. I think they were waiting. They wanted to focus on Zelda, which you can buy on the old game, and I guess they, again, like they said, they didn't want to show it off because they got some crazy shit going on.
Yeah, but 6 months beforehand, you kind of have to.
Yes. Once we get to this fall, it's like, all right, this is coming out in like 4 months. We need to know so we can start saving up our money. Yeah. I'm excited.
What else could it be? Like,
I think the cartridge is the thing.
Is that? But that's not really a crazy game changer.
No,
Either
I don't
that
think so.
Or like
either.
everything streaming like a Play Now situation, like a PSN Now situation. Like it's just streaming.
That would make sense.
That is interesting.
I'm
I'm just trying to think of like, from what I know about
this is like going to be
Japanese
replayed.
culture currently, is it's all about mobile phones and tablets, and computers are not really a thing anymore there.
No, yeah.
So it's got to have that portable element.
Boy, I don't know. Is it going to be that they? Is it all right? Let me posit this. Is it going to be that you have your console at home that you play games on, and your phone can connect through a Nintendo app through Wi-Fi back to your console at home, and you can play games anywhere from your phone?
There you go. Or maybe they'll sell some kind of device that does basically that.
Yeah, I think it would have to be like a companion game. I don't think you could just stream the game from home.
Oh, I think so.
That would be too laggy.
I don't know. They
Depends
got
on
it.
the game. I mean,
I think it's going to incorporate cell phones.
It has to incorporate a cell phone somehow. That's the future. They're doing all these cell phone games.
Mm-hmm.
Adam's favorite, Pokemon Go.
Pokego.
Yep.
Mayhap.
All right. So that's what's
we're
anyone else have
deciding.
any crazy predictions? Are we good?
It will provide VR by jacking directly into your
brain
cortex. Yeah.
Yeah. Mine is that it's going all streaming.
Oh, all streaming. Okay.
Yeah.
And mine is it's going to be a dockable tablet.
Yours is probably the least far out there.
Well, the Wii U was just kind of like a tablet,
which leads me to think it's not going to be that because they're saying it's kind of different. And the Wii U's kind of that.
Yeah.
Like it's like the Wii U but more portable. Like I don't know. Did you hear about the Virtual Console release this week, Adam?
No.
I think I did.
Super Mario RPG.
Yes. Yes, I love that.
Really?
game.
I'm gonna have to buy that.
Yeah, if you have not played it, you definitely should.
I can play
It's
the
a great
Wii U
game.
from my bed on the gamepad.
Nice.
It's kind of fun.
I love that game.
It's a really good game, and I played through it a lot, actually. I've never beaten it, but my cousin had it, and we played it, and she beat it.
I've come up with my crazy prediction, right?
Okay.
The NX,
Uh-huh.
it's not a video game system.
Okay.
It's a pack of playing cards. They're going back to the roots.
Hanafuda cards?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do that shit.
They're gonna sell off all their digital divisions, just go straight back into playing cards.
That
Yes.
would be terrible.
Half-Life 3 confirmed?
Half-Life 3 collectible card game.
Oh.
Well, let's talk about Half-Life 3 confirmed. Actually, nope. Left 4 Dead 3 confirmed. Do you see this leak that happened like 8 hours ago?
There was too many numbers in that title, and it confused me.
I heard about Left 4 Dead 3 possibly.
All right, so basically on Valve Time, a Valve fan site, Valve put a tutorial out about how to use Destinations Workshop tools for people using like how to import stuff into the Valve Workshop stuff. And on his computer where he's like demoing how to like drag and drop stuff, there's a folder on the left-hand side that says Left 4 Dead 3.
Yeah.
A folder that says VR, a folder that says Portal, a folder that says Tristan, Scenes, Room _ Setup, and then Render Models.
I wonder if that was completely staged.
I bet.
That's what I think it was somebody just trying to troll people, and then they did change it, so I think somebody higher up was like, no, you can't, don't do that. No.
Well, they removed the video and then put up a version that doesn't have that. I think that, knowing Valve, I think that they're definitely working on Left 4 Dead 3.
Yeah, probably.
As those games are great. Matt, have you played Left 4 Dead 2?
Of course, so
Maybe.
were the Half-Life games.
What'd you say?
Said, of course, so were the Half-Life games.
Yeah, you know. Those are
At this
all right.
point, I don't even think they can put out a Half-Life 3.
Yeah,
There's no way it would
No,
live up to
they
that.
forgot to put out Half-Life 2 Episode 3.
We gotta play Left 4 Dead 2 sometime.
I have played a Left 4 Dead game. I don't know which one it was, though.
We should play it. Ultimate fun. Anyway.
I was in a mall. There were boomers.
You were playing Left 4 Dead 2.
Okay, that's the one.
All right. All right. So, I think honestly, knowing Valve, that they put this out on purpose, and then removed it on purpose.
Yeah,
They're just the masters of hype.
masterful PR play. Yeah.
They really are, though, with all their like hidden AR games for Portal 2 and
Yeah.
all that stuff. Like,
I
honestly,
can't
because
imagine
they're
that makes
obviously
it out the first time without somebody noticing that.
yeah. But this also isn't the first time this happened. If you remember back in 2013, Valve's internal database was accessed, and someone got like the hierarchy chart, right, of like teams, and there was a Half-Life team and a Left 4 Dead team that had people like assigned to work on it. So I think it was an accident because it was like somebody had like a video where they like walked by a computer and it had like teams, and there was like a Left 4 Dead 3 and Half-Life 3 team.
I have a hard time believing there actually even is a Half-Life 3 team.
Oh, of course there is. But you know the way that Valve works, correct? About how they do their development?
Yeah.
So they have a really cool system where it's like you basically work on what you want to work on. And like if you're like, hey, I want to work on that, you just join the other team. You move your desk and work with those people. So I have a feeling of like if nobody feels like making anything for Half-Life 3 right now, there's just probably not anyone working on it.
That's what I mean. Like, I don't even know if that team's like doing
It's probably
anything.
changed like 3 or 4 times. Like that's the way they do
Yeah,
it. They're
maybe.
like, we only want to put out the game that's really good. So if nobody wants to make this, or the thing somebody prototyped nobody else likes it, we're not going to make it because it's not going to sell. Or they only make the best games they can make. So, and hats and gun skins.
Yeah.
That's all they make. Dota
Dota
hats
2.
and gun skins. And then all of the money from the Steam store. I mean, they literally do nothing there. They don't have to. They're raking in dollars. Every Steam sale, they're raking in millions and millions of dollars for doing nothing. But hosting games. Man, anyway. But I think that's going to do it for the news. I think let's do a koozie corner and call it quits.
All right.
All right, let's koozie it up. Matt, do you have any music?
Do you want slow or happy?
Slow. Okay. All right, Matt, you gotta turn that down just a tiny bit, I think. 5/18/2001. Today was a normal day. We had walking tacos and sandwiches for lunch. I think I read this one, but we'll read it anyway. I did a workout. I hiked downtown and back. We also looked at cars at Virtue Motors. It was fun. No cable channels yet. Koozie, you're the weakest link. Goodbye.
Hey, I remember that show.
2001, baby. 3/17/2002. Hello. Sorry for the wait. Well, obviously, the new cable channels are there. I've discovered a new show. Seinfeld. It is great. The cats are great. A lot has happened since I talked. Philmont, sophomore year, 9/11.
It's horrible. What the
It
fuck?
happened. I'm not saying anything bad about it. It's a lot of things happened. I got my license. I can drive. I saw the movie Ice Age. It was good. I have a headache now. I discovered the show Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
It is awesome. I'm watching Seinfeld right now. He's installing pirated cable. It is funny. It's 11 o'clock now. We got a GameCube and it is great. Yeah. Fine. Yeah, ciao, I wrote. Oh yeah, Chubber died, but we have a new hamster now. And I have a little ghost hamster I've drawn. Oh god. I'm not reading this.
Oh, read it. Read it.
This is good. Alright, so I'm gonna couch this 9/11 take.
Oh, yeah, don't read that.
I'm gonna couch this with me being the age 16. But I'm actually pretty good. 9/11 opinions. This is an angry young liberal. We had it coming. This sort of thing happens in other countries, but we don't care about it. When it happens to us, everybody seems to care. It still is a terrible thing, and I do feel sad for all the people that died, but we should have expected it. There you go. John, back chair quarterbacking the 9/11 at age 16. My new hamster, it's called Hamlet Philbin Rockefeller. He has red eyes, white stomach, and orange fur. He's a dwarf hamster. I drew a picture of Ed from Cowboy Bebop, the character you haven't met yet, and a picture of Killa's house. Alright. We'll save the next entry for another time, but that's what's happening. 9/11 bummed me out. It bummed us all out.
Yeah.
That's one way of saying it.
Alright. Well, thank you guys for listening. Matt, where's the website?
Wait, John, is this the official end of the podcast?
Yeah.
Right now, it is? Right now?
Yep.
I won the bet! I won the bet, John. I won the bet.
Oh,
I
fuck!
won the bet.
I'd
won the bet.
forgotten about the bet.
I won the bet.
I'm glad you remembered.
I have a post-it note.
Uh,
Hey, Adam.
Yeah.
I'm just going to play this little clip for you.
you might need to turn it up.
I'm going to say that
Last Guardian this year.
no.
What do you think?
This year.
Adam?
This-
Anything
happening.
else you want to talk about with that Last Guardian coming out?
What do you mean?
Too late, John. It's
You
too
mean the
late.
bet that you're gonna have to donate?
It's too late!
What do you mean too late?
Matt and I, on the last episode, bet that you wouldn't remember that you had the bet with me.
We bet on a bet that you guys had.
I doubled down and lost twice.
I remembered it, but I wasn't here on the E3 one, so I probably
Yep. And so
We
we're
also
wondering-
predicted this response.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I said Adam's going to come and be like, hey, John, guess what about the bet? But Adam didn't at all.
yeah.
Disappointing me. And we talked about it openly in the last episode because we knew you would not listen to it.
Yeah.
And
That's
that was
true.
part of the bet, actually, was that if Adam listened to it, then he would know the jig is up about the bet. But Adam, now you can say right now that you listened to it and you were waiting to the end so that I would lose twice, right?
Yep,
That was your plan
That's
all
totally
along?
what happened.
Oh, shit. I got played by the best.
Which actually means that I failed a third bet where you bet that I actually lied about it.
Oh, my God.
Ah,
The bets.
betception.
Oh, man.
So I think this means you have to donate $20 to the charity of Adam's choice and $10 to the charity of my choice.
I know. Well, no. I will donate to the charity of Adam's choice when the game is released.
Oh, come on!
It's not out.
Those
that
poor
game
kids with
is
their
in-
polio.
No, when there's a review of that game and it's on store shelves, I will donate.
Okay, I'm gonna make another post-it note.
But your bet,
Please
I
do.
have to pay out because
Okay.
I lost that one.
I'll try to find a charity.
Yeah,
I don't
just
know any
let me
charities.
know. I'll put it in. I'll document it and put it on the website. $10.
Actually, did I already say my charity when we made the bet or
Yeah.
Okay.
You said something about how it's gonna go to
Matt Haig's Patreon.
No.
It's gonna go
I
to
don't
like
think so. Doctors
Jerry
Without Borders.
Jerry
or-
Falwell's church, some sort of religious
I
organization.
don't think that was it.
The Baptism Church organization.
Yes, the baptism.
The
That was
Baptism
it.
Church Organization.
That's The
BCO?
Yeah.
That's a new charity I've created. It just goes to me.
Yeah.
I baptize people sometimes
Mhm.
with my knowledge.
Fire.
I want to become one of those
Fiery brimstone preachers.
no, one of those Church of Life ordained ministers, so I can marry people and
Fuck yeah!
Yeah, you can do that online.
exactly.
You just marry people online. Just get on a webcam.
Joey
Yeah,
Tribbiani did it.
Yeah. Can I get Joey Tribs for my
How
wedding?
you doing?
You'd be like, "How you doing?" All right. That is it, Matt. Thanks for joining me, Adam. What's the website people can go and leave comments at? And I should check to see if anyone's left a comment at.
BorninthE80s.net or 80spodcast.com.
That's right. They're both available. And John, you can check it by going to the feedback section and reading. All right. Oh, here we go. All right. So, oh gosh.
Oh.
All right. Well, I got a comment here from RosinaParker1gmail.com. Hi, team.
All right.
Hope you are doing well. I thought you might like to know some of the reasons why you are not getting enough organic and social media traffic for your website.
Oh, good. A
No.
social media expert.
Take a break from your busy schedule and give attention towards organic search engine traffic. It's
Uh-huh.
all natural and 100% USDA organic. No, I'm kidding. Don't. That's like they're trying to do that though. Don't you think?
No.
Don't you think to start a fresh and better internet campaign? Question mark. Yes, you must be interested to drag revenue by putting your website No. Wow, this is poorly written.
Yeah.
Yes, you must be interested to drag revenue by putting your website top in search engines. We found some major issues with your website. Low online many competitive keyword phrases. Stumpy image optimization. Oh, my images are stumpy.
No, your image optimization is stumpy.
Deprived website content.
I feel like this was written with Google Translate.
Inappropriate social media campaign. If you want to know more such points about what your site needs, and are curious to know what our working together would involve, then I would be glad to provide you with a further detailed analysis in the form of a free site analysis report, all caps, or PRE SEO report, or website analysis report. If my proposal sounds with an apostrophe alluring for your business objective, feel free to email us. Let us know your thought, and if possible, give me the best time to make further discussion. Warm regards, Rosina Parker.
Here's a pro tip. If you ever want to meet a ton of self-proclaimed social media experts, start a Twitter profile and list anywhere in your bio that you're a musician.
Yeah. Oh, it happens all the time. I have Podcaster, and I get all sorts of podcasting
I have
things.
Over 1,000 followers. Most of them are people that are trying to sell me stuff.
I have over 1,000 followers. Most of them
are bots you bought. Yeah.
Most of them I purchased in
.com.
What?
Squarespace.com.
Yes. DevUme, actually, and you can still purchase them, but people can detect that they're fake really quickly through lots of websites.
Also, you can just tweet, "I'm looking for new music," and tons of rappers will message you because they have an automated alert set to looking for new music or whatever.
Well, we got more in this message.
More.
Okay, so about 1,000 dots to make a little page break. Please answer to our email. This isn't even an email. Please answer to our email, interested or not interested, so we will know the status of your inquiry and act accordingly. If you are interested, I will send more details on our corporate identity, company profile, why you should choose us, price list, money back, etc. Now, the question is, should I reply to this?
Yes.
I feel like I want to reply to this with not interested.
No, you should reply, and you should inquire about how they plan to synergize your strategic market proposals, and my brain hurts. Yeah.
All right. Let me check this IP address so we can see where it came from. Where you just go to IP lookup? Anyone have any guesses on where this is from?
Oh, I want to say
Kazakhstan?
Eastern Europe somewhere. It's got to be.
I'm going to say China. I know that's giving it up, but all right. Matt saying Adam, Kazakhstan, China.
I'm trying to think of a specific Uzbekistan.
All right. Oh, so close I was. India.
Oh.
Bhubaneswar. Bhubaneswar. Babubaswar. From Tata Communications. This is the ISP. Well, there it is. From that. I can see where Brett emails us from. our listener and extraordinaire, because he is. When you give a comment, it gives us the IP address it came from. So
we know where you are.
Well, the general city that your communication.
We know
service.
exactly what room you're in right now.
This is actually
Seinfeld is trending on Twitter right now.
This is interesting because I could say exactly where he was when he sent this message. Because since it was from a phone, it gives the GPS coordinates.
What? What is this website?
It's just IP lookup. What is myipaddress.com? I mean, if you go from a mobile phone, the IP, it doesn't tell you where you're from.
The comment thing on your site gives the IP address?
Yes. And it actually says the tower. I'm pretty sure it's the cell phone tower. Either that, or this is the headquarters of the cell phone company that this listener has. I will not say any of these items or details because that would be...
Some serial stuff right here.
I know, right? I'd be like, all right, let's get Adnan free.
Maybe not.
Well, he's already getting another trial, so...
Yeah, but also he kind of might be a murderer.
Yeah, but he's like popular, so who cares anymore? Let's get him free. Like OJ.
He's not free.
God, now I'm just looking up IP addresses of people that commented on the website.
Well, then let's end the show.
Look up OJ's IP address.
Aha! I knew this person lived in this city before I looked it up. All right. What are you saying?
We're supposed to boycott Cinemark.
Why?
Just so you know. Something to do with the settlement for the Aurora shooting thing.
Cinemark boycott.
Just never ever click on the trending hashtags on Twitter. Just never do it. It's always super depressing and terrible.
Let's see. Deadline Hollywood, your news source. Wow, that is kind of lame. Cinemark wants the victims of surviving family members to help pay $700,000 in legal fees. The third largest cinema chain in the country.
That's fucked up.
People whose family members were murdered to pay for the trial that convicted the killer.
I thought, like, the government paid for that.
Yeah, I don't know. The state law in Colorado is such that the winning side in the civil suit can seek compensation for their legal costs.
A civil suit.
So that was Born in the 80s, episode 222.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, this is why. Got it. Nope, I want to get this clear before we get into it. So this actually makes sense, and it's like, well, this is the way that the law works. In May, a 6-person state jury delivered a unanimous verdict that Cinemark was not partially liable for the fatal shooting, the plaintiffs being the victims. So now they have to pay the legal fees because they lost the civil suit.
If I was them, I would kind of not do that because
I would assume they would have
this is
settled.
a very, very bad PR maneuver.
Yes. So basically it was, hey, we're the victims. Hey, Cinemark, you need to pay us because you're liable for the shooting because you didn't have good enough security. And then they lost that case. And Cinemark won that case. And so they're like, all right, well, as the winner of this civil suit, now you have to pay us our legal fees since we won it. Oh boy.
Yeah,
How about you just let it go?
I wouldn't kick that hornet's nest.
Yeah, for a country
If anyone wants to buy a bankrupt cinema chain next week, Cinemark, think about it.
Yeah, probably not good. Cinemark last quarter made $704 million in revenue. So I feel like they can handle $700,000 loss. Or not, because, who cares? All right, that's it. Misery Vampire John has let in, and it's time to
That's
end.
why you never, ever click the trending hashtags.
That's right. Word of the week. Hashtag Hetero Pride Day.
Hashtag the world is super depressing.
Yeah.
I think somebody tweeted the hashtag Hetero Pride Day was a guy wearing jeans and a braided leather belt, which I thought was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Hetero Pride Day. I'm wearing my outfit. That's what I wear. Braided
Sorry,
leather belt.
if you're
What are you,
among
Canadian?
Sorry. If you're among the class of people that throughout history has not been oppressed, you don't get a Pride Day. Sorry. That's just how it is.
I gotta wear my truck nuts somewhere. All right. Thanks for listening. Adam, word of the week.
Word of the week is...
I'm surprised you don't have these. I've asked one every time.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's go with bioluminescent.
Bioluminescent. I like the word.
Yeah.
That's glowy jellyfish glowing in the dark.
Indeed.
That's awesome. I got to do that in school when I was in college. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for listening. Bye.
Go away.
Everyone say bye. Goodbye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Adam?
Bye.
Me?
Bye.
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 Adam! We're already recording. I like it, though. What is this? Did you make this?
No. This
We
is
can't-
from that NFL Films music thing.
Oh man, we're gonna get pulled.
We're gonna
from
get
YouTube.
sued by the NFL.
We're gonna get pulled by YouTube.
Oh no.
No, I fucking hate YouTube. Sorry, YouTube. You can hear this because you're Google. I love it. He said his laptop's being a dick right now. He's trying to connect. Maybe you should get a new laptop, Adam. New laptop, Adam. My new best friend. He's an Adam that fits in your back pocket. I need to make another ad thing. I think I have one for this week. Buy a mattress.
Yeah, you should do a Casper mattress one about how it's named after a dead child.
Yeah. Relive the fantasies of your child falling down a wishing well and not coming up and dying. And then being friends with two other ghosts.
Wait, did he fall down a well?
A wishing well.
I thought he froze to death when he was out sledding.
I thought he fell down a wishing well. How
I know.
did Casper die? Also,
In the
was
live
Casper
action movie, he froze to death or something, or he got like pneumonia.
Alright.
Hypothermia.
Pneumonia?
Hey, I think
what
Adam's
is
here.
it? I thought he
So do
fell
I.
down a well.
Oh, I do have video. It's a good thing I'm not naked.
I got video. Adam doesn't have video because he's probably not wearing any clothes.
I am wearing clothes, but the room is dark.
Not pants.
No, the room is just dark because I have no light in here.
Did you know? Alright, don't look it up right now. What is Casper's last name?
Casper
Wellington?
Rich.
Casper what?
Wellington?
Casper Rich.
Okay.
He's the ghost of Richie Rich.
No. Casper McFadden.
Ooh.
McFadden.
McFadden.
Alright. I'd like to mention that the ghost, one of his ghost friends' name is just Fatso.
Yeah, Fatso and Stinky. And then I think one of them has a, like, Mo or something, like a
So-
person's name.
The wikia for this Casper movie, which exists for some reason, says that
Yeah.
in the Iranian, how do you pronounce that?
Iranian?
Iranian dub, his name is McDougal.
Wow.
McDougal.
McDougal.
Mhm. Spooky the tough little ghost.
So,
The
like,
ghost
offspring.
from Boston is the... What the fuck is... This is nonsense. What am I reading?
Nonsense.
Alright. Somebody is having fun with this wiki. Okay. I'm going to read you the casper.wikia.com/wiki/spooky. I think
Okay.
someone made up a fake ghost. Oh, what just happened? You guys still alive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought I heard a huge bump in... I'm hearing a weird bump in the night going on. Okay.
Trying to figure out how to adjust my stupid webcam.
The ghost from Boston is the resident cuckold of Eastern Manhattan. He
Okay.
first debuted in the 1485 Casper the Ghost special, The Drowned Dilemma, under the moniker of Ghost from Boston. Oh, okay, there's a space here. Under the moniker of Dot. Somebody deleted the word out. Ghost from Boston's currently role in the series is that of the heroic antagonist, as he is portrayed as the lone survivor of 9/11 attacks on the second plane that hit the Twin Towers. Since that day...
I feel like the internet just recently discovered the word cuckold, because I've seen it a lot of
It's
places.
cuck. You're dirty cuck.
Yeah, why is that a thing all of a sudden?
I don't know, because it's a fun word to say. Since the day he is much of a lone wolf, rarely placing his trust in others, which leads him to fill the emotional gaps in his life with oldry. What is oldry? Is that like a weird word I've never heard before?
Maybe it's someone's name.
Oldry. Ancestry.com. It's a last name. Alright. Alright, let me just go through some more Casper ghosts. The fuck is... oh my god. What the fuck is this? Okay, and this is Christina Ricci from the movie.
Yeah, that's the version I'm familiar with.
Yeah,
And it's
I can't...
like Bill Pullman or Paxton or somebody.
Pullman.
Yeah. At one point, he's a drunk dead ghost.
Yep.
Somebody
because
wrote the entire script
Kids movie.
in this thing. Casper first notices Cat while watching Hard Copy's news report on paranormal studies of James Harvey. Smitten with her on sight, Casper uses his supernatural abilities to play the report to Kerrigan Crittenden, who is staying at a nearby motel and seeking to inherit Whipstaff Manor in her late father's will. Upon witnessing the report for herself, Kerrigan contacts Dr. Harvey immediately. This is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
That Casper movie, huh?
it was not a great movie.
No. I had
I liked all the crazy stuff in the house, the weird mechanical shit.
Yeah, that like steampunky basement machine.
Yeah, that was awesome.
all right. Well, I'm glad we're all on board for the Casper film. All right, let me go to the notes. Let's see.
I'm not
Before we get-
listening.
Bye. All right. Adam, I think you're a little quiet. Let me just... you're always a little quiet. I'm going to turn you up just a tad. Can I turn your camera on for mine? I just turn your camera off for being off mute. Oh my god. I can see you. I can unmute your camera.
Do you not have any lights?
Adam, you broke the light in that room like 6 months ago. And you have not...
I didn't break the light. I broke the whole fan, I think.
When are you moving?
I don't know. Probably not right now.
I thought you were moving.
I thought so too.
All right.
I feel like
Anyway.
you're in some kind of Blair Witch situation.
You don't have to have your camera on.
Apparently,
Although,
my landlord told the guy that we never cleaned this place, which is.
did you turn that camera on, or did I just turn that on?
You turned it on.
So you didn't hit a thing and it just came on?
No, I saw a notification.
Oh, and you hit OK.
No.
Oh,
You just have this kind of
I
control.
have the power.
Yeah,
Oh,
it just
man.
says John Rowe has unmuted your camera or something.
Adam, you look
Or turn
like
your camera
one of
on.
those videos of a person who's admitting to a crime. You're like, I just had it. What does your landlord say about your place?
Just you never cleaned it or something, which is only half true. We sometimes clean it.
Okay. I'm gonna turn your camera off.
New guy wanted double.
Actually, I might as well leave it on.
Closet.
You're not naked. So
No, I'm not.
good.
Yet.
Heyo. All right. So now when I put this on YouTube,
Oh,
It'll-
crap.
it'll auto switch between people.
Yeah.
No.
But it's been recording for
Because
a while.
everybody goes to YouTube to watch their podcasts.
Dude, people do though. It's fucking ridiculous. All right, let me just play this video on my phone in my pocket while I listen. They actually have YouTube has the ability to be a music player now.
Don't you have to get YouTube Red for that?
I don't know. How do I get it to switch between people automatically? It's just going to me.
It's doing it for me.
Oh, okay, so it's
Like
just...
whenever Adam talks, he pops up.
I'm dying. I have a cold, which is why we didn't have time to swing. All right, we gotta start. No. All right.
Good start.
Let me get a little bit of this. Let me get some free advertisement.
Kirkland sparkling water.
Is that in reverse for you guys?
No,
Really?
it's a camera, not a mirror.
Yeah.
Wait, really? It's
I'm
reversed for me.
drinking cream
It's reversed for you?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, it mirrors it for yourself. That's crazy.
that's pretty cool, though.
I'm drinking pear cider.
All right, get those drinks up on the cam. Sparkling Kirkland. Get that flavor on there. Kiwi strawberry. Sparkling water.
California Cider Company.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So let's start.